Hello, hello. This is Tommy Thomas coming to you again from T-ster Talk. And today's topic, we are going to talk about women dating older men and versus men dating younger women. I want to talk about, a few things about the pluses and the minuses, kind of get an idea of why people tend not to date their age. Obviously, there's advantages for that person, and there's disadvantages, right? I mean, nobody's perfect, right? And sometimes you date people around your age, and then say it doesn't work out. Maybe you feel like the people around your age aren't mature. I mean, it's just really up to you. It's really what you prefer. There are some occasions where a lot of women don't want to date men their age or younger because they are looking for a man to be more seasoned, knows what he wants, knows what he's doing, got his stuff together, in so many other words, right? It should be, if he's older than 35 or whatever, he should have his stuff together. And that's what a lot of people are banking on, right? They look at that kind of process. They look at the guys that are around their age. They're still playing video games, not responsible, making babies. Half of them ain't working. And we're just talking about younger men. That's not all for all occasion. Now, there's a lot of young men taking care of the business. But the woman's perspective of trying to find an older man generates a lot from maybe her father wasn't around. She's trying to compensate, right? A lot of women just reach out to some other man for the love they didn't get from their father. Maybe he was absentee, right? Maybe he was there, but he just wasn't doing the things that normally a father and daughter relationship would have. And so there's some things where people just look at that and go, yeah, maybe that's a possibility. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into that, right? It's just not just that. Financial, right? He may have that going on. He should be out the way with his school. He should be well maintained, because we know between 35 and 45, that is the time frame that a man generally is at his peak. And that is generally what most women who either are a certain age, say the 20s, 25, they may be looking for that age range. Or they could be looking for somebody who's, just more of a stronger person, right? He should be somebody who can protect them for a wife, right? Not just a girlfriend, but for a wife. He may be more husband material. He's more mature. I mean, he's way more mature than a 24-year-old. I was 24, 23. I didn't know everything. I didn't know jack. I mean, I look back at my life now, and I think between that age of 30 and 35 and up, I had it more together. I mean, let's just be real. There's no blueprint, right? There's just a lot of things job related. You're making more money generally. There's just your mindset, your maturity is a lot better. You generally should know what you want and what you desire from the opposite sex. And there's just a lot that people have their own viewpoints, right? A lot of women just look at things differently. They look at, okay, well, maybe this guy is somebody who is more caring than these younger people are, and he will get things together. He'll get it done. He'll be more responsible. He'll lead me in a better way, and hopefully those kind of things generate to happiness. Now, we all can't make everybody happy. You have to create your own happiness, but we all are leaning to somebody to have that little partnership with, and at that point, you're hoping that somebody of that age is a veteran, right? They know they've been there, done that. They don't have to ask questions. They don't need nobody telling them what to do. And they have it. They have a plan. They're illustrating the plan. They're moving in the positive direction. They're just that type of thing, right? They're just older now. You expect somebody to have more wisdom and have it together. So from a guy's point of view, there's some guys out there who want to date older women, right? And obviously, that's where the word cougar came from. I mean, they're looking for an older woman to so-called take care of them, to be an extension of their mother. Whether it's right or wrong, you can't say, right? It's just, we know that's what happens. Generally, though, men who are older, and I want to say older, maybe 40 in their 40s and up, they want to generally not date women their age or older. And if you're in the 50s, obviously you don't want to do that either. And it's not that anything's wrong with the women, because they're just as beautiful as the other ones are. It's just men look at things differently from a legacy point of view. So if I'm older now and, I have had kids, or maybe I didn't have kids, maybe I just settled in my 40s and say, hey, I'm at the peak, I got the money, I got the house, I got this, I can offer a lot more than I did when I was younger. People look at that, right? But he's not going to be generally picking somebody in their 30s or higher, because he's looking at a woman as far as his legacy being able to have kids. That's the bottom line. To get a younger girl, she's more vibrant, she makes you feel young, she's got more energy, she's got more this and that. Now, a lot of people would say, well, yeah, then you can tell her what to do, control her. I mean, that might be in some cases, but you can't say every case is like that, because a lot of guys are just looking for something where a woman may not be as damaged as these older women are, or the kind of thing that she's been through. Maybe she's had 3 or 4 kids already, and baby daddy's all over the place. Maybe she was married and maybe doesn't want to have any more kids at that age, right? Because we know that's a tough thing to do for a woman at any age. I mean, that's hard. I mean, you've been a mother, now you're working, you're doing all this and that. But men, they feel like they can continue to go all the way through, right? Our body doesn't have to endure the changes that a woman does. So generally, men are looking to date younger women, because they, like I said, they're not as damaged as much. They may have a little learning curve to have to go through and blah, 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 but you're hoping as a man, if you're a good man and a God-fearing man, somebody who's doing the right thing and lead a woman in the right way, you're hoping that kind of connection is going to happen for you. I mean, look at Lionel Richie. He's 75. How old is his wife? She's 35. Need I say more? I mean, most men are going to go downward, because as we know, and it's been scientifically proven, that with age, women generally going downhill, whereas men stay steady. This is not Tommy talking. This is research, okay? Don't come at me. But this is how it's viewed. That doesn't mean that a woman doesn't have any value at that age. She still can get married. She still can do and be productive. She still can be all this and all that. We're not saying that. I'm just saying what most men look at. Because at that point, generally, your egg flow is different then. It's not as much, right? Or maybe it'd be more complicated. Because after 35, you have all Down syndrome and autistic and all kind of things can go wrong. You can even, have some problems with your life having a child later in life. But I'm not saying that's all you have to offer, but I was just saying that's generally what men generally look for. They can talk to the woman, they can be more, understanding with her. A lot of older women, you can't tell them nothing. They've been there, done that themselves, and some of them are not under the direction of wanting to be led that way, and then a lot of them are. It's just, what are the men looking at? Men are now looking at a younger vibe, right? To keep it going. They can go and go and go, and they want somebody to go and go. Generally, women get past maybe 48, 50, they start to slow down. The body starts to adjust, and it's not anything that's wrong with them. It's just physicality. That's what happened. And I'm not saying men are exactly in great shape either at that point. I'm not nowhere saying that. But generally, the thought process is that's how they think. And so it's just different for a lot of folks. What do you think about that? I mean, are you looking to date somebody older? Are you looking to date somebody younger? Or do you like to stay at the range of age that you are? I mean, because some people it's okay, right? A couple years here, 2 years there, they don't want to go up too high, too low. And, it just depends on the person. It depends on, how you were raised or how you view life, right? You don't let social media dictate everything. You have to be the one to do it. So just let me know. Give me a like, give me a comment, and please subscribe. And I'd like to hear more from you about this subject, okay? This is Tommy Thomas coming to you live from T-ster. Y'all have a great day. Bye.